I'm going to get in trouble for uploading this video and blacklisted by everyone, as if Chibi wasn't already blacklisted by everyone. So let's just dig into it. There'll be a lot to cover after this video.
That is probably going to get me in a lot of trouble. And you know what? I'm still going to talk about it because it is probably one of the best representations of gatekeeping I think I have ever seen.
And you'll love to see it. This is a positive story, by the way, guys. If y'all don't like CDawgVA, if you don't like Connor, the fucking tourist, this is a great story because gatekeeping works. And if you guys don't know who Connor is and you need a reason to dislike him, he justified Hassan Piker coming on the podcast Trash Taste that he's a part of. And we all know how we feel about Hassan around these parts.
Yeah, this guy can just get yeeted right off the internet with Hassan.
Excellent. Based.
For anything in recent years, for anime, manga, gaming, etc., it is just insane level of gatekeeping that honestly, I can't help but respect. Like, massive respect to the Blue Archive community for doing what they did in the last 24 hours. So I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's explain what's going on here. So this is a now deleted post from the official Blue Archive social media account where they were announcing that they were going to be doing an influencer campaign with these 4 individual content creators to sponsor Blue Archive. And after a lot
of those of you guys that don't know what Blue Archive is, now frankly, I'm bringing this situation up because I just want to dunk on tourists and people that, in my opinion, have kind of ruined the anime zeitgeist on YouTube, which includes Connor. I'm not a Blue Archive fan. I'm not a Blue Archive player. It's a gacha game with lollies in it. Now, I'm going to be real. A lot of gacha games have lollies in it. I don't give a fuck. Lollies and art style. It doesn't bother me at all. I just don't play gacha games. So, Cindy, are you aware of Blue Archive or, gacha games in general? Do you play anything like that?
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. The only gacha game that I played really was a little bit of Genshin Impact and mostly Epic 7.
I've literally never heard of Epic 7. I have no idea what that is.
It's a phone game. It's a phone game. I played it for like 4 years. I really loved it, but then it fell to the wayside and I didn't care anymore.
Gotcha. So yeah, this gacha game, they were going to basically, they want to stretch out their audience, put the game in a new hands, new audience, which makes sense. You want to make sure you're always growing, especially if you're a gacha game. You want to keep on raking in the cash. So they said, let's reach out to a bunch of big influencers that don't play the game, try and get their viewer base to start playing our game. And for the most part, these make sense. Giguk, Iron Mouse. I don't know who Zentreya is. Do you?
Yeah, she had that big controversy over her uniform outfit. They started trying to call her a Nazi over it, and really, it looks nothing like an SS officer uniform, so I don't know where they're coming with it. She looked amazing.
Nazis are awesome. So
yeah, she's got a gorgeous model.
Giguk is very well known. He's probably one of the biggest, if not biggest, like YouTuber in the anime space, and while I disagree with him frequently, at least he is not a tourist. He does know his shit about anime. He
even made an anime.
He did?
Yeah, he has. I think it's a short. Tony Down Under has a review of it. I watched it. It was pretty good.
Interesting. I did not know that. But yeah, Giguk is, again, he is not a tourist. I don't really agree with a lot of his takes, but I will at least say that he's an authentic, anime fan. Yeah, Zentreya, I don't know. Iron Mouse, I'm very soured on after a recent, thing went down with her. I think she's kind of a little bitch. And then there's the biggest offender of all, CDawg.
A backlash. For instance, the entire Blue Archive community was furious with this announcement. Eventually, Blue Archive was forced to make this official statement. Hello, Sensei. This is Blue Archive. We sincerely apologize for any confusion and concern caused by the Blue Archive influencer campaign. We take the valuable feedback you have shared with us very seriously. After eternal review and discussion, we have decided not to proceed with this influencer campaign. Moving forward, we will strive to communicate in ways that better align with the direction of Blue Archive and the expectations of Sensei.
I already love this. They got such fucking backlash. Not only do they, and by the way, it's completely over CDawg, not the other 3. Just simply because of including CDawg, they just nixed the whole fucking thing. Bro, remember when we bullied Paramount into fixing our boy Sonic the Hedgehog and it made the movie an immediate success?
Oh my gosh, yes. So I really do hope
happening here.
Yeah, I really do hope that this happens again. I am amazed that we're getting back to this point, and I am so fucking happy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do not ever believe that gatekeeping and bullying doesn't work. We need more of this mentality. Like, fans need to get pissed off. They need to get up, say spaghetti. They need to write angry tweets. This is how you get shit done. Bully these motherfuckers into doing exactly what you want.
We would like to sincerely thank all Sensei who continue to support Blue Archive and share their valuable feedback with us. We will do our utmost to deliver a better experience and continue improving Blue Archive. Now, when I first read...
well, your voice is the thing that matters the most, except for your voice don't mean shit unless there's that green involved. Really, your wallet, your money, that's what matters the most. So, yes, use your voice alongside your wallet, especially when it comes to things like gacha games, which are very reliant on that wallet.
I was still pretty confused. I was like, okay, they obviously canceled the influencer campaign, and the Blue Archive community is extremely upset about the individuals that were chosen for the influencer campaign, but I was still like, okay, but why? Well, I went to Twitter, and I actually asked this question. I was like, okay, completely out of the loop, what exactly happened? And more or less, I got the same response over and over, and I feel like this picture more or less really summarizes it perfectly. Blue Archive announces collaboration with streamers who call the players PDFs. Fans get outraged. They cancel the collaboration immediately. Don't let anyone tell you that your voice doesn't matter, because it does. So
now, in terms of like the accusation that calls the fans, the players, pedophiles, I'm gonna come out right now and say it. I do not give a fuck if people are into the lolly stuff. It's a fucking cartoon. It's not real. It's drawings. Lolly's an art style. Now, I'm sure there are some weird motherfuckers that are you got some of them tendencies. It's a Venn diagram, some crossover. But by and large, if you're one of those people that just assumes, oh, lolly is pornographic, lolly is pedophilic, you're a fucking tourist, you're a retard.
Absolutely.
Anything about the medium, get the fuck out. So, Cindy, you say absolutely. I was going to ask you your thoughts next.
Oh, no, I was going to say the same thing if you didn't touch that, because I would have been like, no, that is the mark of a tourist. Get the fuck out. Anime is not for you. You don't understand the tropes, none of it. You won't understand the humor. You won't understand any of the stories because you don't take the time to actually give a shit about what's going on.
And that is why we're going to break from the video for a moment to go over this. Since you're not familiar with CDawg, Cindy, I'm truly curious about your reaction to CDawg is this one right here, if you were unaware.
Oh, okay, okay.
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, that I shout out Eromanga Sensei just for Gaunt.
Oh, wow, nice figure.
Well done, Joey. Well done. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Joey.
Are we going to prison?
Even though I saw about 10 Eromanga Sensei figures along the way.
Why is there so many?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's popular enough, I guess. It's actually not too bad, to be honest with you. I'm not exactly a fan of Eromanga Sensei, but this is actually a pretty solid.
I think you'd have the FBI knocking if you said you were.
Well, I mean, Gaunt should be used to that.
Once I'm okay not seeing you know.
You sure?
There's like a child's playmat there. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh.
That's to symbolize Sagiri's like bed, right?
What happens in this anime? Why is it children's stuff?
Because she is a hentai artist.
She's
right?
She's
What?
like she's the Eromanga Sensei.
She's the Eromanga Sensei.
Yeah.
And
She's
the
like 10.
and the brother, I believe, is an Eromanga author, right?
Author.
He's like,
yes,
yeah,
he is an author.
How do I remember more of Eromanga Sensei than
I
you?
don't know, man.
Bro, she's practically got like the fucking Cars bed, bro. What is that? She's not a hentai
Basically,
artist. Oh no, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
All right, and
What the fuck?
and the grand
Why
reveal.
is it like a child's playmat?
I mean, how old is Sagiri again in the show?
I have no idea.
Bro!
About that. There you go. There's Sagiri.
No.
I think this goes.
And there it is. Fucking tourist. What are your thoughts after seeing that, Cindy?
I can already tell he is absolutely disrespecting the Japanese. I'm surprised they even considered him as like a feasible candidate. I mean, they were better off picking a no-named nobody to be in his spot than this guy. Like, how disrespectful.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. And by the way, this isn't the only instance of this. I just figured like that was a very good example to show you because he just makes such a big deal about it. I saw someone in chat saying, wow, projection much. And like that's the vibe I get. There's no way that you live in Japan, that you're on anime podcast. The Trash Taste is probably
He
the most
actually
popular
lives in
anime
Japan?
Yeah, he lives in Japan. All three of them do. And that podcast is filmed from Japan. Trash Taste is probably, I'd say, the biggest anime-oriented podcast on the platform. And like, there's no way that being on a show like that, being in Japan, that you're not aware of that sort of culture. Again, feigning ignorance because it's the popular. I have to be against lollies because lolly means pedophilia, and I have to make sure my audience knows that I'm one of the good guys. Like to me, this comes off as projection, the ultimate virtue signaling, or both. And he does this shit all the time.
You forgot retardation. Lots and lots of it.
Yeah, that as well.
Let me get this straight. Blue Archive, a very well-known and controversial gacha game that is known for its lolly characters and gatekeeping community, they decided to choose influencers that hate Blue Archive, will call the community PDFs if they like lolly characters, and are unable to separate fiction from reality. No wonder the community was crashing out. No wonder it got so bad that Blue Archive had to make an official statement saying they're canceling the influencer campaign because,
and like, mind you, by the way, I will say this. It is fine to have those opinions. I think they're retarded. I think they make you a tourist. I think they mean you don't know shit about anime. But you can of course hold whatever opinions you want to hold. But let me juxtapose this. Now, I don't know shit about Blue Archive. Can't say I'm a fan. I just hate tourists. But something I am a fan of, because I talk about it all the time, and all roads lead back to it, is Resident Evil. Now, my buddy Will of the Fans, we're together pretty much every Saturday on Saturday Night Hypnosis when he shows the fuck up. He's not a fan of horror games, all right? He's not a fan of horror games at all. Doesn't like them, doesn't play them. So if they were to tap, let's say, Will of the Fans to get a free review copy of Resident Evil 9, as opposed to somebody like me, who is actually a fan of the franchise, I'd be a little perturbed and upset because this motherfucker has said on stream multiple times he doesn't like horror games. So like that to me, this is the equivalent of that. You're getting somebody who has actively advocated against that sort of art, against that sort of content multiple times throughout the years and thinking, yeah, this is the guy we want to get his audience to play our games. What the fuck was Blue Archive thinking? Which is why it's so great that they did want this back. It kind of sucks that they want it back for all the influencers, not just him, because I don't think there'd be an issue with the other three, but I don't know.
No, there's with Iron Mouse as well as Zentrea, it actually made a lot of sense because you had both of them with controversies. You have this guy who's just being disrespectful. I mean, like, it makes a lot of sense that they would cancel the whole thing.
The other two with controversies, but nothing controversial to my knowledge in regards to Lolly, right? Like, has Zentrea or Iron Mouse ever said anything?
No, but you also got to remember, reputation is a big thing in Japan. So if these guys have like a big controversy going on, they don't want to stir the pot. They would rather kill it than just make people upset.
Right. I guess that does make sense. So again, I don't know that. I do think that moves like these are good moves to get more people to play your game. Because if you're just advertising, let's say you get a bunch of influencers that already play your game. Well, that's not going to grow your fucking audience because I imagine your audience would know that you are already playing the game. So you do need to give it to people who have these large platforms that might not normally be into the game to get more customers like that.
I don't know if that's true because Kirsha plays Azure Lane, right? And because I noticed that she plays it, I kind of grew an interest in it. And hearing if she was in like a campaign for Azure Lane, it would really grow my interest in it. So I mean, like, I think that's a yes and no kind of thing.
Well, what I'm saying, but to bring new players to the game, like, I guess I get what you're saying. I don't know if the reach would be as much. Like, if you've got somebody that's already like well known for playing the game, like Azure Lane. Let's say that Kirsha plays that game, she loves that game. Sure, she might get new people trying it out because they're fans of her. But wouldn't you think that maybe the majority of her fans already know she's a fan of the game and be playing it already anyway, as opposed to like, who's she bringing new to the game if most of her fans already know that she's playing it?
Well, just because she has a big fan base now doesn't mean that she's not going to get more later who are going to watch her play Azure Lane and be like, "Ooh, I want to be a part of this." Or they see that, hey, I'm in, they're pushing this with content creators, right? And somebody sees this really pretty Foxu lady, they're going to be like, "Huh, I want to take part in this event because she's in it."
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
gotcha, because it's a gotcha.
I want to be honest. If I was aware of this and fully was aware of this, I would be on that side too. I would be outcrying and be upset too, because it's like, why the hell would you collaborate with individuals that don't just hate your game, don't just hate the content within your game, they will openly mock your community and also call people PDFs for playing your game. I mean, why would you ever want to collaborate with individuals that would do something like that? So yeah,
well, and I think this is what boils down to these, these marketing companies, the people who come up with the ideas of, hey, let's get the influencers to play XY. Like this is no different than when Ubisoft paid Hassan something like $40,000 or whatever to stream Assassin's Creed Shadows for fucking 2 hours. Like these people don't do any research into who these people are, like the people that do the marketing. Because in what world does it make sense if you're Ubisoft? In what world does it make sense to pay Hassan $40,000 to play Assassin's Creed Shadows, knowing the guy is pro-terrorist, said America deserves 9/11, said to kill sitting senators, all that sort of shit? Like, it does not make any sense in the slightest. Of course, there's gonna be backlash about it. So if I was to wager a guess, Blue Archive, they probably didn't look into who CDawgVA is. They probably haven't looked into his opinions on lollies. They say he have big number. Big number mean we get big number. Give him money. Give us big number. Like that, I would imagine that's how it works.
Yeah, if they went with the Western formula, but I mean, like,
what do you mean?
Assassin's Creed.
Japan does that shit all the time.
Assassin's Creed Shadow should have never been made. Okay, and you using Hassan.
Point.
No. I mean, like, you using Hassan is a good point. Like, maybe they did do their research. Maybe they saw that and they were like, I don't think we should go this route.
See, well, you say that if they go the Western route or whatnot, but I mean, Japan does this.
I'm not saying that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying that Capcom did it with Dragon's Dogma. They tapped Asmongold and Sphere Hunter, as well as a couple others, to be ambassadors for the game. And like, people freaked out about Asmongold because, he's a rightoid, he's a Nazi. And people freaked out with Sphere Hunter on the right because, like, they got a tranny to be an ambassador for the games. And but Capcom, to my knowledge, didn't bat down either. They're like, these are who we picked to be the ambassadors. Suck it the fuck up.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that these people can't go, there's 3 of them with controversies, there's 3 of them with real issues. I really think we should just not do the Western thing and walk it back.
I mean, can you name a streamer without a fucking controversy at this point? Like, let's be real.
I mean, like, an actual controversy?
Yeah.
Like, I really don't think anybody who talks about games and says something negative is really in a controversy. It's fact. They're stating facts.
Political from a PR aspect, it very well might be. Because I mean, like, for example, the controversy you pointed out about Zentreya was, oh no, her outfit looks vaguely Nazi-like. Like, is that a controversy? I say no, you say no. But to people in marketing and PR, they might say yes. All I'm saying is that I doubt you can find any streamer that doesn't have something that a PR firm would take as like a brand risk or whatnot. So at some point they just got to eat it and say, whatever.
Well, yeah, but isn't that why they just dropped them all?
No, well, they didn't drop them because of controversy. They dropped them. That's why Blue Archive made the right decision. It wasn't because of controversy. They dropped them because all the fans of Blue Archive said, you partnered with CDawg, who has called all of us, who are paying customers, pedophiles. If you continue to partner with him, we're going to leave. So it was directly related to the game and to their feelings as customers. That's what's different than just like, they were controversial, so we're not going to do it.
Oh, wow.
Right.
It's a no-brainer why the community for Blue Archive was crashing out when that announcement got made. And I'm just going to say, good on the Blue Archive community for really just speaking up, really getting their voices heard, and getting the entire event canceled. Now, I do want to clarify a few things before I go any further. apparently the individual that is responsible for why the community was crashing out is actually CDawg here. Apparently there is a clip of him pretty much calling people PDFs for, liking lolly characters or, anime characters in general, not being able to separate fiction from reality.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's popular enough,
okay,
I
well,
guess.
I didn't realize this is the video. We saw this already, so we'll just skip through this part. Oh, no, it's super short.
Too bad, to be honest with you. I'm not exactly a fan of Eromanga Sensei, but this is actually a pretty solid
I think you'd have the FBI knocking if you said you were.
Well, I mean, Garn should be used to that by now, right?
Now, I personally haven't seen the
Poor
clip or
Giga.
anything like that. To be completely blunt, but what I am trying to say here is that I can understand now why the community is upset if that is indeed the case. Because, as you all know, I've been very vocal on, fiction is fiction, separate fiction from reality. It's not real. It's not harming anyone. It's just pixels. I advocate for freedom of expression within art, and just because it makes you feel uncomfortable, it's icky or whatever, at the end of the day, it's just a drawing. It's not real. It's not hurting anyone. Leave it be. You can find it weird or whatever. That's fine. But at the end of the day, calling people PDFs over fiction, that's a step way too far. That's crazy. You're insane. You're mentally ill. Take your pills.
I'm going to slightly disagree with Chibi here. Like I mostly agree with him. But when he says over fiction, I want to clarify over like drawings or video game characters. I agree with him. Once you get into the realm of like cuties, where cuties is fiction, but they're using real fucking girls. Like at that point, no, that's pedophilic behavior.
I mean, like, that's the thing, though. Lollies are not children; they are still adults.
Well,
and
they can be, but like, yes,
no, they're adults. They are adults with a
Lolly
child's
is a
body.
character design. You can have a
I'm gonna double check
child
this.
character. What? Yeah, Lolly is just a character design model. So you can have a 9-year-old Lolly character. You can have a 3,000-year-old Lolly character. Lolly is just a character design. But the point is, when he says if it's fiction, doesn't matter, I mostly agree until you get into the realm of real life, such as a movie like Cuties, which is fiction, but those are real fucking underage girls. That was a really weird place to say fucking. But anyway, at that point, no, that's pedophilic. That's, even if it is fiction, that's not okay.
There's a very big difference between real life children and then animated. Like,
right.
I do not sympathize with robots, nor do I sympathize with pictures. But when you put real people in there, it's an entirely different story.
Agreed.
You're a schizo. That's exactly what you are. And so if CDawg, in fact, has called people PDFs for Blue Archive or just lolly characters or whatever, it's just anime in general, then yeah, understandable why the community wanted to gatekeep this and they wanted this event entirely canceled. Good on Blue Archive. I'm just going to say 100% a win. And so I'm going to say right here, wow, this is what the anime community needs to do. Like, the anime community needs to do more.
Fucking agree. Because mind you, even though these are a bunch of anime-oriented content creators, well, I guess Iron Mouse is more of just an everything sort of thing, and so is Entreya. But like CDawg and Giguk are anime-oriented creators, but this is for an anime-esque video game. Yeah, the anime community in general needs to fucking learn from this. This is how you gatekeep, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Or stuff like this. Like, we need to learn from example from the Blue Archive community and do this for the anime community. Like, the anime community needs to be like, look, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of individuals trying to come in and censor everything, remove fan service, call you a PDF for just watching a certain anime that isn't a shonen series. I really hope that this inspires more people to understand that your voices can be heard and can cause change.
The thing is, I do think this is harder to do with anime. And the reason is because with anime, there really isn't a way to vote with your wallet. Because, like, video games like Blue Archive or whatnot, they are heavily reliant on you, buying the game. Or if it's free to play, like buying all the cosmetics or the extra things, the new draws, because it's a gacha game. Anime is already a loss leader. It's out there to advertise the manga and the fucking body pillows and the statues. Like, it's super difficult to vote with your wallet in anime. So people throwing a bitch fit on X or anywhere on the internet, it's hard to really affect change because they're not losing any money with anime when people throw a fit. So I agree with the mentality, but I don't know how you would actually do it.
Yeah, that's a good question, especially since I think they're really like all the with the tariffs and whatnot, I think expenditure or people buying stuff from Japan has gone down greatly. So it's harder to vote with your wallet here.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you were, because let's say you got let's say people want to boycott. I don't know what's High School DxD, because High School DxD is a very lewd anime, right? So let's say people want to boycott High School DxD because the creators decided we're gonna start putting all the fucking women in burqas and not have the titties hanging out. All right, how do you really boycott that beyond not watching it? Like, how many people were buying statues? How many people were buying the video games or the body pillows or whatever? I don't see how you can make a sizable dent in the financial aspect.
Yeah, I really don't know. That's an excellent question, actually.
You speak up loud enough. I love this. Great stuff, honestly. But yeah, more or less, I wanted to talk about this.
Well, okay, so bring that back up by Tiger King Rex Carter. This is an excellent point. So it says anime can become more than an advertisement. Look at Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man movies. Now, this is why it's very interesting, like how the gatekeeping and stuff will work for the anime becoming mainstream in the movie aspect, because unlike anime as shows, which it is predominantly, once you start getting it in the box office, there is a way to affect change with money. Like that is, it is now, it would be very tough to do so. And now, mind you, we've gone at length, talked about how we are very upset spaghetti about the commodification of anime and how it's become so normie accessible and how it's, mainstream, and that's ruining the art form. But the point is, it technically is more possible to gatekeep and vote with your wallet with stuff that's actually in theaters. The thing is, only the big popular stuff is going to get theatrical releases that actually do numbers.
That's fair.
It was very interesting, very nuclear level drama. I don't normally try to insert myself into drama with other content creators, but this is a pretty big deal. I saw this and I was just like, you know what? This aligns with a lot of my beliefs and what I believe in and what I talk about continuously on the channel. So yeah, obviously I wanted to talk about this. And to be completely honest with you, I like Blue Archive. I love the designs and stuff of Blue Archive. So yeah, I mean, one of my favorite scenes of Blue Archive is the feet scene. I keep it real. So
he's into feet.
Oh, you didn't know Chibi was a feet dude?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
really?
Chibi is he a foot dude. It's weird as fuck. Y'all know me, man. I can't do it. I don't understand it. I don't understand
starting
the
to theorize.
whatsoever.
I have a theory now because Chibi is short. I'm starting to theorize that if a man is more likely to be into feet if they're short because it's eye level.
So I would agree with that, with the exception of my boy Mugen Lord, like 6'2" or some shit, and he a foot 3, bro. Like, I'm actually more into the idea that like black dudes are mostly into feet, and Chibi's like the exception to the rule, because most of the motherfuckers with foot fetishes I know of are black. Only white dudes I know with a foot fetish are Chibi and fucking Quentin Tarantino.
Oh man.
I mean, look, I'm happy for Blue Archive. This is a huge win for the community. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe, leave a like on the video, leave a comment, helps with the algorithm. But be
So yeah, I'll go ahead and link this in the in the chat for you guys, this video. But then there's more to go over here. So we got now he talked about this Blue Archive's post saying, hey, we're sorry, we're gonna fix it, which is great. And Madam Savvy, I will now play your game. There are many cute girls who genuinely love the game and are part of the community who are better choices than previous lineup you made. By the way, the lag is from my cell, not the stream. I'm a VTuber and a longtime Blue Archive fan. The game truly means a lot to me. The stories, the personal Momo talks, the bond I formed with the girls, the connections we built. Feels like I'm part of a wonderful family and actively make Blue Archive content and song covers because I just want more people to come to love this game as much as I do. Please give more Blue Archive content creators a chance. We love your game so much. Now, again, so if you are, maybe this was a better way to phrase it. If you were specifically a Blue Archive content creator, why would they partner with you? You're already playing the game. Like, Kirsha, I get what you were saying with that analogy, and it does make sense, but Kirsha is a variety streamer. She talks about games, politics, the whole nine. So someone like her would make sense because you might get more people into it. But if you're already a Blue Archive content creator, how are you going to grow the game if you're already doing to an audience that's familiar with Blue Archive?
Well, I don't know. Is it the same as you playing Resident Evil on your gaming streams, but then still wanting a, like, say, a key or something for the next game or whatever?
I want to put this out here. I don't want a key for Resident Evil 9.
No,
I don't want
no.
a
I'm
game. Yeah,
asking if it would be the
I'm
same.
just putting it out there for people that might be seeing this that aren't familiar with my content. I would never take a game key for like a review or whatnot unless I had like in writing from the company. You can say whatever you want in your review. It would have to be a literal no strings attached, and I would need that in writing.
No.
Because if I don't like the game, I'm gonna fucking talk about that. So just so everybody's aware on where my standards are. But no, like in terms of like your comparison to like me playing Resident Evil on my game streams and whatnot. So if there's two different types of gaming streamers. There's those that are dedicated to one game specifically or one genre specifically, and those that just do all games of all varieties. Because I do all games of all varieties on mine, you can still reach a new audience because you've always got new genres, new games, as opposed to if they were like specifically a Resident Evil or specifically a horror streamer, then I don't think it would reach as much people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But you have somebody in chat who is a fan of Blue Archive who disagrees.
I've been hearing this argument as a fan of Blue Archive. I'd rather fans of people that, okay, right, but that's not a disagreement. How the question is, how do you get new players to the game so that it continues to make more money? If you are a Blue Archive fan and you're already watching Blue Archive content creators, let's take someone like me who didn't even know this game existed until this controversy. How would Blue Archive get me as a player if all they're doing is sponsoring people that already play Blue Archive? I don't know about those content creators. I don't know about the game. So why would I ever learn about it? Because they're already in their own niche. Now, take somebody who I am aware of, like let's say Kersha, and say, hey, they're doing a thing with Blue Archive, and might be like, oh, interesting. Kersha's doing a thing with it. I might want to look into this. So you can't stay within your niche if you're wanting to grow the fan base or grow the player base.
Serrano says you pay people who play other gacha games.
Exactly. And I agree with that completely. You pay Genshin players, you play Zenless Zone Zero, Umamasume content. Yes, like you want to get people that already play gacha games, but interested in this new game. I agree with that completely.
Otherwise, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting somebody who already plays it. I think if Iron Mouse were to say that, hey, I'm going to play Blue Archive for this event, it would draw in people. Right, because there's a lot of hardcore Iron Mouse fans who want to show support to her. So, I mean, like it.
No, I agree with that. Like I said, Iron Mouse isn't a Blue Archive content creator. I think she does make sense for a collab like this. To my knowledge, she's never called anybody that doesn't like lollies or that does like lollies. I mean, pedophiles.
I mean, isn't she a lolly design herself? I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, she is correct.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, Dev. We go again. Blue Archive ghosted me now. Fine, guess I'll finally play Aminami for my Wakamofi here. I don't know what that means. The fact that you guys instantly listen to people slandering your sponsored streamers was absolutely zero evidence proof. I will never play your game if your players are allowed to defame anyone they want like that. See, notice how this is the very first comment that is against them, and he's somebody who actively doesn't play the game anyway. Fully just said that he doesn't play the game. So this dude wasn't like, it wasn't for you. Listen to the community. You listen to the people that are, paying you. The customers are the ones that pay you. If they don't buy you shit, you don't get paid. So
we need more companies to do things like that, because I mean, like, they're more inclined to listen in the States, I feel like, to people who complain and don't play the game than to the community that does play, and it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. But yeah, I just want to point out how appreciative the community was of how the Blue Archive team did handle this situation. And again, because your voice matters, because speaking with your wallet matters. So yeah, Cindy, any final thoughts on this before we move to the next topic?
I say good on you, Blue Archive. Stick to your guns. Listen to your community. Continue to show them love. And yeah, congratulations to the Blue Archive players.
Yep. And at the end of the day, I'm with her on this completely. I think gatekeeping matters, and this is an instance where gatekeeping worked. We're starting to see this more and more, and you love to see it. These are my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X. You can find me at Bolt the Word, and please do subscribe. I'm a nerdy news channel that covers nerdy news every day. Not always about the gaming scene or the anime, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check us out on Instagram at wordsparadise_Leon and become a member for $4.99 a month. Join the Discord and choose what we cover on a day-to-day basis.